श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ अखण्डानन्दसम्बोधः वन्दनात् यस्य जायते गोविन्दं तमहं वन्दे चिदानन्दतनुं गुरुम्. So yesterday we were seeing ajnanam prakriti shakti avidya iti nigadyate. This ignorance has different names: ajnana, prakriti, shakti, avidya. And while explaining this, I also said in Śuktiraupyavat bhashya, the commentary, he is enumerating some 14 names, different names for this ignorance. So there he says that ekanemam, yonihi, karanam, avyakritam, akasham, paramavyoma, maya, prakritihi, shaktihi, tamaha, avidya, chaya, anritam, avyaktam, ajnanam. These 14 names he is using in Śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā bhashya as paryaya shabdas, as synonyms. And we can also add mithya, adhyasa to this. Right? So he says, okay, now what is the nature of this ignorance? We said sadasabhyam anirvācyamityeva. That is the definition for that. Why? So that is explained in this shloka. tadetatsanna bhavati nāsadvā śuktiraupyavat sato bhinnamabhinnaṃ na dīpasya prabhā yathā na sāvayavamanyadvā bījasyāṅkuravatkvacit etadanirvācyamityeva kavayo viduḥ. As in it is this similar shloka is seen in Vivekachudamani, where he says sannapi asannapi ubhayatmikano bhinnapi abhinnapi ubhayatmikano. Like that he is explaining in one shloka. The same idea is repeated here. tadetatsanna bhavati satna bhavati na nāsadvā śuktiraupyavat sato bhinnamabhinnaṃ va na dīpasya prabhā yathā na sāvayavamanyadvā bījasyāṅkuravatkvacit etadanirvācyamityeva kavayo viduḥ. Beautiful. He says, he is giving it, explaining it with example. Tadetatha, this ignorance which we are talking about, this ignorance, this ignorance which we are talking about. So śuktiraupyavat, like the mother of pearl, silver. Shukti, mother of pearl. Rupya, silver. From rupya, silver, came the word rupee. For money, rupee we call rupee. Rupya, from rupya it came. Dollar, rupya, all same. Okay. So śuktiraupyavat, like mother of pearl, silver. What is the example? Mother of pearl, silver. Satna bhavati asat na. It is neither existence nor non-existence. See, mother of pearl. In the mother of pearl, you have a shine. The sheen, when it is when there is, the sun is very strong, like now. Here in daytime, so strong a sun now. So when the sun light falls on this, it will shine like silver. Can this, the silver which you see, can be accepted as something real? No, it cannot be accepted to be real. Can it be accepted to be not real? No, I'm seeing it. Cannot be also not accepted as not real. Then what it is? That is the, so you cannot call it as existence or non-existence. The simple idea is, we are used to the idea of black and white. It's not black. Oh, it's white maybe. No, it's not white. Maybe black. So if I say it is not white, you immediately understand it will be black. It need not be, if it is not white, it need not be black. It can be gray, blue, red. So many other colors are there. If it is not cow, it need not be a goat. It can be a donkey, it can be a horse, it can be elephant, it can be a dinosaur. It doesn't really matter, whatever it is. So if it is not existence, we normally jump to the conclusion it is non-existence. It may not be non-existence. If I say it is non-existent, you don't have to come to the conclusion it is existence. No. It is neither qualified to be called as existence nor qualified to be called as non-existence. Then it can be both. How can existence and non-existence coexist? That is the most stupid statement. Existence and non-existence cannot coexist. Then it is different from both. Have you seen anything which is different from existence and non-existence? So it is neither existence nor non-existence, neither both nor different from both. What is this then? This is the fifth type. We call it anirvachaniya. Do you understand? This is fifth type. It is a different type altogether. It never falls into this 4 category. It is anirvachaniya, inexplicable. That is why he says na sat na asadvā. Okay? Then dīpasya prabhā yathā. We'll come to these examples. He is giving 3 examples. We'll come to the examples again. Now we'll understand with reference to the shloka. Dīpasya prabhā yathā, like the lamp, prabhā, light. For the lamp, like the light for the lamp, satah bhinnamabhinnaṃ vā na. It is neither different from existence nor non-different from existence. It's neither different from existence nor non-different from. Bhinnam means different. Satah, existence. Earlier we said it is neither existence nor non-existence. Now we say it is neither different from existence nor non-different from non-existence. Non-different from existence. Okay? Now, bījasyāṅkuravaat. Like third example. Like the ankura, the sprout, the germination, the sprout for the bija, seed. Kvacit sāvayavamanyadvā na. It is not with limbs nor with no limbs. Sāvayavam means avayava sahitam, with limbs. Niravayava, anyadva means niravayava, means no limbs. It is neither with limbs nor with no limbs. Then what is that? Ataha, therefore, yathā, this ignorance, tadanirvācyamityeva kavayo viduḥ. Kavayaha, kavayi means, kavi normally is a Sanskrit word used for poets. Here, kavi means krantadarshi, one who is a revolutionary thinker. Who can be a revolutionary thinker more than Vedanti? He has the guts to kick this whole creation as dream. So, anirvācyam iti eva kavayo viduḥ. That is why the knowledgeable people, the liberated people, the one who know the Vedanta, they say it is anirvācyam, it is inexplicable. The only definition we need to remember regarding ignorance is it is inexplicable. Over. You don't have to remember anything else. It is inexplicable, that's all. So what we have to see with this respect to the examples, we'll come to this again. He say, see, the silver which you see in the mother of pearl, the silver which you see in the mother of pearl, is it beyond the mother of pearl? No. Is it inside the mother of pearl? No. It is in as much of space as the mother of pearl. The size of the mother of pearl, the shell, is the size of the silver. Okay, that's the first example. In the second example, you have a lamp and the light. Does the light shine only in the place where the lamp is? No. The light travels to farther place as much as possible. So it exists even beyond the place where the lamp is. The light exists even beyond the place where the lamp exists. The first example, it doesn't go beyond or it doesn't go less. It is of the same size of the mother of pearl, seashell. The second example, it is beyond the place of lamp. The third example, it is neither limited to that nor beyond it. What is the third example? The seed and sprout. You open the seed, you cannot see any sprout inside. But from the seed, the sprout comes. You understand? So, the thing is, third example is one contradictory example, which actually is not a contradiction. How? Why is it contradictory? I don't see any contradiction. It's a beautiful example, right? There is a contradiction. I'll tell you the contradiction. You will understand. Yes. Let me give you that experience. We said śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. When we were explaining the definition for the ajnana, ignorance, we said śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. Then we went on to say tirgunātmakam. Its nature is of three qualities. It is of the inherent nature of three qualities. Sattva, rajas, and tamas. Right? Sattva, rajas, and tamas are three qualities, means three limbs kind of. And now here he says it is not of limbs or not of non-limbs. You understand? So there is a seeming contradiction. Why is it seeming contradiction? Why is he contradicting himself in the second shloka kind of? For that, we have to remember another shloka where he says, the poet says, I am showing everything as it comes to my mind. I'm just superimposing. We are talking about superimposition. I'm just imagining things and I'm just saying it. Imagination this is a metaphysical idea, right? Imagination is beautiful. Imagination seems to be right. This is similar to the example which we gave already. Two people. One is barren woman's son. The other is the sthanu purusha, the person, the pillar man. Okay? The pillar which you mistake for a man. So these two people, they decide to go to Gandharva Nagara. Gandharva Nagara means the castle in the sky. They decide to go to castle in the sky. So they dress themselves up with the Akasha Pushpa. Akasha Pushpa. Pushpa means the space flower. There is no flower like that. Okay? Space flower. They dress themselves with a space flower and all that. Then they go there to that celestial, castle in the sky. There they see in that castle, inside that castle, there is a shop which sells a mother of pearl silver. So they decide to buy the mother of pearl silver. And while buying it, they get into a fight. One fellow kills the other fellow with a mare's horn, rabbit's horn. He kills the other with the rabbit's horn. So one person dies. The other person who is alive is killed by the sting of a snake. A snake bites him and he dies. Rope snake bites him and he dies. Bitten by rope snake, he dies. Right? Now they both become ghosts. So beautiful a story. Every idea is understood, but nothing is real. From the barren woman, how can she have a child? And how can the pillar be a person? Then we talk about the castle in the sky. Then we talk about the space flower. Then we talk about the mare's horn. We talk about the mother of pearl silver. We talk about the rope snake. Then we talk about ghost. Nothing is real here. But everything seems to be real. That is exactly what we are talking about here also. The whole idea is a imagination. Because we are talking about superimposition. This needs to be superimposed. Then why are we explaining it? Just say there is a superimposition. You cannot understand. To get you the idea, to get you into the groove, we are explaining all this. Okay? Now, what is this ajnana? Why are you saying it is, even before studying the ignorance, why are you saying it is an imagination? I'll explain that later. First, let us read this shloka. Samaṣṭivyaṣṭirūpeṇa dvidhājñānaṃ nigadyate. Samaṣṭivyaṣṭirūpeṇa dvidhājñānaṃ nigadyate. Ajnanam samaṣṭirūpeṇa vyashṭirūpeṇa dvidhā nigadyate. Ajnanam is explained as a samaṣṭi and vyashti in two types. Samaṣṭi and vyashti, ajnana is of two types. ignorance cannot be explained. Right? Now we are saying ignorance is of two types. We said ignorance cannot be explained. Now we say ignorance is of two types. How can ignorance be of two types if you cannot explain it? You understand? It's all so beautiful, but if you start explaining, understanding each of this, it will be so confusing. The idea is we are talking about something which is not real. So that is how it will be. So, samaṣṭivyaṣṭirūpeṇa. What does samaṣṭi and vyashti means? Samaṣṭi means collective. Vyashti means individual. Okay? Samaṣṭi means collective and vyashti means individual. Now, in this two types, ignorance is a collective and individual. Ignorance is said to be collective and individual of two types. Okay? Ignorance is said to be of two types, collective and individual. Simple. Okay. Now, what is this collective? What is this samaṣṭi? So, is nānātvena pratītānāmajñānānāmabhedataḥ ekatvena samaṣṭiḥ syādbhūruhāṇāṃ vanaṃ bhuruhāṇāṃ vanaṃ yathā nānātvena pratītānāmajñānānāṃ abhedataḥ ekatvena samaṣṭiḥ syāt bhuruhāṇāṃ vanaṃ yathā. Bhuruhāṇāṃ vanaṃ yathā. Example. Bhuruha. Bhu means earth. Ruha means that which sprouts from it. That which breaks the earth and sprouts. Which is the trees. Like the trees, for the trees, bhuruhāṇāṃ. Like for the trees, vanaṃ. Vanaṃ means forest. See, in front of me I see tree everywhere. So instead of pointing out as tree, if I want to say all that in one single word, it is better to say forest, because this is a forest. This place is in the middle of a reserved forest, so I can just use the word forest instead of calling tree. I'm sitting. Where are you, Guruji? I'm sitting here. There is tree in between that I'm sitting. Instead of that, I'm sitting inside a forest. Simple. So that is what he says. Nānātvena pratītānāmajñānānām. Nānātvena as multitude. Pratītānāmajñānānām, that which you perceive. That which you perceive in multitude forms. Ajñānānām, that ignorance. That which is seen in multitude forms. Abhedataḥ as unison, as one. Ekatvena as non-dual. Samaṣṭiḥ syāt. If you see that, that is called as samaṣṭi. What do you understand? What do you mean by that? I have ignorance of cloth, I have ignorance of pot, I have ignorance of table, I have ignorance of pen, I have ignorance of pencil, I have ignorance of so many things I am ignorant of. Okay? Instead of saying I am ignorant of this, that, simple, one word, I am ignorant. Or better example was when I was explaining in Tamil, I remembered this example. Because here in Tamil Nadu, we have exams now. The higher secondary exams is over. Now we have the exam for the 10th. Okay. Now, first question, don't know the answer. Second question, don't know the answer. Third question, don't know the answer. Fourth question, don't know the answer. Instead of saying I didn't write first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you can just simply say I will fail. One word, fail. Instead of saying, I don't know this, I don't know that, I don't know that, I don't know this. Why use so many words? Fail. How did you write? Fail. Over. Or pass, whatever. So, ajñānānāṃ abhedataḥ. So, multiple ajñānas as one, if you want to refer, that is called as samaṣṭi. Or, we can say, like there are cows. Cow. Instead of saying cow, in logic, they have this cowness. Cowness is the class, jati they call it. Okay, cowness is the class, jati. Though we Vedantins don't accept the jati. We Vedantins don't accept jati. We'll come to that later. Now, similarly, In ignorance, there is ignorance jati, the class of ignorance, which is a samaṣṭi. Okay? Why do we not accept the jati? To understand that, we have to understand the definition for jati. Jati is when you say cowness, jati. Goatness, jati. So instead of saying goat, 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 you combine everything with one word, goatness. Every goat has goatness. Every cow has cowness, right? That is what is jati. Okay. Now, why don't we accept the jati? The definition for jati is ekam nityam anekanugatam. Ekam means one, nityam means eternal, anekanugatam means existing in multitude things. Okay. Ekam nityam anekanugatam. Now come to Vedanta. Brahman is one, ekam. Brahman is nityam, eternal. Brahman is existing in everything. Everything is Brahman. Everything is nothing but Brahman, right? So there is a confusion between definition for jati and definition for Brahman. They say jati is one, existing multiple things and eternal. And we also say one, eternal, multiple things. Same thing. So is the Brahman, what we call as Brahman, is it the same jati? No. Then why do we negate it? Because Vedanta does not accept anything else to be eternal other than self. Over. We don't have to go to the one multitude or nothing. The simple one word negation is Vedanta does not accept anything else other than self to be eternal. Over. That's one statement. It's condemnation. Only self is eternal, nothing else. So, ekatvam, multitudes of ignorance. When you just say ignorance, ignorance, simple one word ignorance. I am ignorant of things. Over. Ignorant. So, that ignorance in one word is samaṣṭi. Instead of multiple ignorances. iyaṃ samaṣṭirutkṛṣṭā sattvāṃśotkarṣataḥ purā māyeti kathyate tajjñaiḥ śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. Why do you want to describe the ignorance which is inexplicable as a collective and individual? There is an important discussion which needs this kind of a explanation. So we come to the collective. Why do you have to accept the collective? iyaṃ samaṣṭiḥ utkṛṣṭā sattvāṃśotkarṣataḥ purā māyeti kathyate tajjñaiḥ śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. Purā, earlier in the beginning, sattvāṃśotkarṣataḥ, before the creation, sattvāṃśotkarṣataḥ, sattvāṃśotkarṣataḥ, because of the sattva amsha. Again, this is why we said that definition itself is a flaw. See, we said it has three parts, and later we said it cannot be explained. Then we also negated there can be no parts in it. So it's all confusing. Here he says sattva amsha. Amsha means part. So in the sattva part, when sattva part is a predominant, utkarsha means powerful. Utkṛṣṭāha, utkṛṣṭā means for that which is the best one. śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. See, when that sattva is powerful, predominant, then that superior one is called as a śuddhasattvaikalakṣaṇā. It is referred to, it is of the nature of a śuddhasattva, pure sattva. Okay. iyaṃ samaṣṭi, that is what is called as samaṣṭi. Pure sattva. What does pure sattva means? We have to understand that before entering into the next. Pure sattva means a sattva which is not overpowered by rajas and tamas. That is what it is. Pure sattva does not mean without any association with rajas and tamas. There can be nothing which is not associated with the other gunas. No guna can have independent existence. Whether it is sattva or rajas or tamas does not really matter. They cannot have any independent existence. See, we have seen this radiation signal, right? Radiation symbol. When in a circle, there are three triangles which split that circle into three parts, right? Now, these three parts are equally divided parts, which is a 33.33. When you divide something into three equal parts, 100% into three equal parts, 33.33 percentage. 33.33333 will still stick to 33.33. When it is in 33.33, each one of them, sattva 33.33, rajas 33.33, and tamas 33.33, then that is what is called as prakriti by Sankyans, the equilibrium. When the equilibrium misses the equilibrium, when we miss the equilibrium, even by 0.1, 33.34, instead of 33.33, 33.34, 33.32, 33.33, gone. Creation starts. When the equilibrium is disturbed, that is when the creation begins. That is why I am different from you and you are different from me. Because there is this sattva predominance, tamas predominance or rajas predominance in different people. That is why we are all different. Okay. So, when we say sattva predominant, what we mean is when the sattva is like 99.99%. Sattva is 99.99%, something like that. And or 99.9%. And the tamas is a 0.01. Tamas and rajas is 0.01 percentage. 99.9 and tamas is 0.01 percentage. 99.99 or 99.9.1 or 0.01 percentage, whichever one you want to understand. So even that 0.01 percentage shared by tamas and rajas is necessary. We cannot have pure 100% sattva. Never. Like the gold ornaments which we buy, we can never have 100% gold ornament. Never. Because gold is so brittle, it cannot have that kind of consistency to be molded into different forms. You have to add copper or something. There is no other possibility. Similarly here, the pure sattva is just a dream. There can be no pure sattva. Pure sattva means the utmost purity which is possible. That's all. The least amount of impurity by rajas and tamas possible. That is what is pure sattva. That pure sattva is called as samaṣṭi, collective. And that collective pure sattva is what is called as tajjñaiḥ, by the knowers of that. Regarding that ignorance, they say maya iti kathyate. They call it maya. That pure sattva predominant is called as maya. Impure sattva predominant is what is called as avidya. This is the difference between avidya and maya, we say. Otherwise, when we enumerated different names synonymous for the ignorance, we said maya, avidya. We gave the same name to both. They are not different. For say namesake, for some transactional sake, we say maya. Maya means pure sattva, and avidya means impure sattva. We'll come to this avidya later. But this is what is called as pure sattva by the people who know. This pure sattva is what is called as maya by people who know about this. Okay? So we'll come to this later. We'll see this continuous. Om purnamadah purnamidam purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnameva vashishyate. Om shanti shanti shanti.